speaking of all this stuff, I got to tell you, I did a deep dive on Hitler the last.
Whoa.
This guy, I got to tell you something. He was really something.
Yeah.
I have been watching so much Hitler stuff.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's neat for me because I fall asleep while you're doing it. And it's
you get to hear all his speeches.
And it's shifted from murder to Hitler, which I prefer World War II, hands down.
Yeah.
Because my father, I feel like it's a rite of passage for men where you're not a real dad until you get dad mouth, where your breath smells like shit for no reason.
And my son, my youngest, is like, your breath smells terrible. So I know it's happening. He'll tell me that in the morning. I'm like, good morning. He's like, go wash your mouth. I'm like, okay.
And B, all dads love Hitler. I don't know what this is.
I would rephrase that.
Real dads
real
love
dads
Hitler.
love history. Is the way to do it.
But my dad never read books. But I guarantee the only books he would read are about H.
Yeah.
Big H.
Big H dog.
Big Hitler. Yeah.
Yeah. He was, I'm telling you, I watched The Little Rascals, the show about his whole inner circle.
Is it what they call it? The Little Rascals?
Where it's, no, of course not.
Oh, that would be so funny. They should.
Goebbels, Himmler,
Yeah, you always
Eichmann,
call me that.
Yeah. So all those guys.
Who was the biggest rascal in his circle?
Well, it's kind of hard. There was a bunch of them.
Yeah,
I
knuckleheads.
mean, a bunch of knuckleheads. I mean, there's,
Who's your fave?
well, the most sadistic, of like all the little rascals, I think would probably be Himmler.
Yeah.
Because he was running the SS.
Sure.
And
giving orders to do mean stuff.
And not just doing it, but like really enjoying it.
Or like he would enjoy the death camp stuff.
All of it. I mean,
back.
I think he loved the philosophy of the Third Reich, and like
the racial purity bit.
loved it, and he loved being in charge of the SS and like murdering and
Yeah, it's interesting because from what I overheard while falling asleep, is that these
I don't want to go out. I don't want to be out of line here, but I'll say this: not a great guy.
Not a good one. Not a good bad egg. Yeah, is that these guys in his circle, the rascals? They were all about. It was more of a power jockey than wanting to do evil. But it sounds like this Himmler character was also about not only the power jockey, but the fun in doing bad things.
He loved it. He loved it. I mean, they're all pretty bad dudes. I think here's the thing: it was so outlandish to think that this party would get to power
It's a party.
when they first attempted to, that it wasn't even in the realm of possibilities, and the fact that they went through trying a coup to overthrow.
I remember I heard that.
And then failing at that and going to it was like the party was basically on the cusp of falling apart.
Yeah.
And so to think that I think when they actually got to power, it was all like, it was so addictive, so crazy that like, oh, now we're in power. And then they went full force.
Full throttle.
Full throttle. But
that's what they say, Tom, success is when hard work meets opportunity. And those Nazis, they stuck in it. It took 15 years to get into power.
They did.
That wasn't, I mean, Hitler was a young guy when he started, and then he was 47. And he was doing his killing.
He was, middle-aged guy.
You got to stick with it. It's a mental game.
If there's anything you can take from the Hitler story, it's stick to your guns. Yeah. Don't give up.
Don't give up on your dreams.
Yeah, don't give up.
Don't give up on your dreams.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That is so cool. And they did have a fashion aesthetic that was pretty interesting.
I wasn't going to bring that up, but...
well, I mean, look, they had a look. They had a narrative. They had the story.
It is crazy that you think that term, too.
Marketing.
Stormtroopers, is like, the Star Wars, but then you think of like the SS and they are like, oh, here's the thing. You know what's crazy? We have it in our head because we know about them. But I think if you didn't know about them and you just saw, like if you had no idea and you just saw that, I think that it's evil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You sense the darkness. Of the
yeah, dude. The way, like
machination.
everything from the swastikas to like how they march. I don't think you'd be like, that's probably the good guys. when you see the images. You know,
you're right. You're absolutely right. It's
I think you just know.
Terrifying. It's terrifying. Well, that's the point, right? To scare you into voting for Hitler.
There's H-Dog with his homeboy Himmler
there
right there.
He is. There we are.
Yeah.
Looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a neat thing to delve into. So you got into
deep dive. Well, I would say I just started watching
all the docs.
All the docs on World War II. Not just on this knucklehead. I did on all the World War II
strategy, war strategies, which is a big dad theme as well.
I watched a couple Pearl Harbor docs.
Yeah, dads love war strategy. Like, how do we defeat the enemy?
I'll tell you something about fucking those guys.
Which ones?
You know who?
Yeah, which
the guys who started Pearl Harbor, the fucking Samsung Sony folks.
Okay.
Fucking balls on these guys.
I know. Big balls. Big balls.
Yeah.
Big balls.
Big
balls.
Yeah. Because it is horrific. Like, I got to see Oppenheimer. I really want to see it. I heard it's fucking incredible.
You know, dads love Oppenheimer.
Dads love fucking Oppenheimer. It is so horrific when you see the details and the long-lasting effects
of the atomic bomb.
Yes.
Well, of course, and I know what you're referring to.
But then you watch Pearl Harbor and you're like, yeah.
They deserve what they got. They had it coming.
You asked for it, and guess what?
They tried to antagonize us.
You asked for it, and here it is. Yeah. So, ooh, hey, Jeans, did you enjoy that highlight? Why don't you have one more click of fun around here? I don't know. Click here or here or here. Try it out. Have more fun. Why don't you subscribe? That way, every time a video drops, you can be notified. You can send it to your grandmother. You're not going to miss a moment of denim, okay? Try it out.